evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquis. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquis, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic: men don't want to pay for dinner? Men don't want to pay for dinner? All right, here we go. So this is going to be a good one, a juicy one. Come on in, come on in. All right, if you're on here, say hi. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. Now, I do want to give you my personal view on dating, okay? But you're going to have to wait for that one. Oh, yes. You're going to have to hold on and wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. 90s break. All right. So, bet y'all going to say that's the 2000s, but it's okay. Now, men don't want to pay for dinner for several reasons, but we're going to talk about why this woman says men are too broke to date. They too broke. Number two, I had a busy day, so I'm catching up. And the second one, because they don't know you like that, sis. They don't know you like that. Number three, they don't like you like that, sis. They don't like you like that. And number four, y'all don't go together. Y'all don't go together. Like Young Miami said. He said, "Oh, we go together?" She said, "Oh, real bad." Real bad. Okay? Whatever you say, says Diddy. So, men are too broke. Let's get into the video. I'm going to talk about it from the women's side and from the men's side. So, one thing about women that I want to say is to my ladies. Ladies, this is what I want to say to y'all. Try to be a little bit more humble. Look at the bill sometimes. Understand what he going through, sis. Because, like, being as though, like, your girl got to pick up the tab when, like, I travel and take the kids, on vacation and stuff. Like, one time they got me so good, I felt like, never again. I went on a 2-week vacation, 4 cities, paid for everything. And I said, never again. Me? Moi? Ruth Marquis. Never again. Because I'm paying for everything. So it just never stopped. It was a money pit. And I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I hungry again. I hungry again. I hungry again. This is what the man is going through during the date, in the relationship. So one thing I want my women, my Ruth and my R&R women, right? Ruth and Relationships women to do is try to be a little bit more considerate. Don't feel as entitled. Try not. Now, hold on. It's levels to this, right? Well, you do go on a date. Try not to be like, where you want to go? And you pick the top-notch restaurant. I've never felt comfortable saying what the man's wallet looked like. I don't know. Sir, you tell me where you want to go because I don't know your wallet. Now, a lot of women is like, oh, no, I want to go to Ruth Chris. I don't know. I want to go Steak 48. I don't know. Right? But I don't know you like that. So if you want to take me there, I'm not going to say no. But the first date, demanding that this man take you to this restaurant, it's actually a red flag if you don't know. So you may want to tone that down a little bit. I mean, if you broke, just say that. Like, try to take that out your vocabulary, especially if you broke, just say that. I'm just saying. let us in 2022, sorry to date the video, but let us in this year have a resolution. I know it's June. Let's have a resolution not to be too mean to the opposite sex. Can we do that at least? Can we, as women, try to be a little bit nicer? Because I bet you if I say, slide your card, ma'am, y'all gonna be like, well, let's just take that off. Let's just take that off the list, because I'll pay for myself. But you too? I don't know about that. Now, we got another topic to touch on, okay? Now, all these reasons that why they don't want to pay, could be the culprit for why some men think that dinner in 2022, they think dinner equals sex. And maybe this is the reason. Maybe we're uncovering the reason why they think that. Because we sitting here like, you out your dang mind. I just met you, sir. And he's like, you out your mind. My hard-earned money. And that's why we can be at odds about that. Now, just because you spend some time with a woman doesn't mean she owes you, favors. Like, she's not a prostitute. But the way, if she was asking for steak 48 or lobster or something, now you done turned a regular dinner into something way suggestive. And trust me, there's women out there, they ain't got no problems. Like, okay, cool, let's do this transactional. But for the majority of women, no. So and that's another thing too. If you feel like you kind of overindulge, you're gonna feel a little guilty. It's gonna play on your conscious subconsciously, and you may be tempted to. Okay, it's fine. Don't do that, sis. And just don't ask for too much. Just don't. Just play your part and just chill, relax. Now, if you guys are using dating apps, and for the people that some people hate them, some people love them, some people quit, some people find their actual spouse to marry on dating apps. I'm not against dating apps. However, on dating apps, you have to be very careful. You have to have an extra layer of protection because you really, really don't know these people. And it's a lot of sharks in one place, man. It's a lot of sharks in one place. And I'm gonna have to give my personal view anyway. To cut down so much confusion, I'm going to talk about what this guy's talking about. He says you need to get to know a person first before you decide to go out on a date. So when y'all in that talking phase, now some guys have a talking phase, my brothers have a talking phase, and they put a timeline on it. Some of them want to go straight out and meet you like it's a game. Some of them got the money the bread for the top girls that they want. They gonna be like, oh, let's go to dinner tonight. Let's go to dinner tomorrow. Let's go to dinner when we going? Like, all right, next Friday night. Wait. As soon as I jump on the app, one guy was he was like, next Friday, me and you. And I was like, bro, we had not one conversation. And he was like, we still on? And I was like, no, we're not still on. You won't even message me in the messenger. You can go ahead. See, this is why you have to stop. One, as a woman, stop letting your ego drive you. I didn't know that we had an ego. But once I learned that we had an ego, I was like, you know what? Y'all not gonna use that against me no more, right? We just like, cause I'm me. And you need to treat me like a queen. And you need to treat me like a princess. And I'm a damsel in the... Oh, let you go. Speaking of that, I gotta pay that electric. Oh, so we demand and we expect them to just do whatever because we're so great. But what they do is, especially if they have a budget for it, okay, they look at it like an investment. If I invest $300, I can get her. If I invest $150, I can get her. So when you start saying like, he has to take me here, he has to do this for me, they start saying, I'll go ahead and do it, but you're going to be giving something up, sis. So they will invest, and some guys like to chase, they'll invest and invest and invest until they get mad. So Yeah, that's that. So long story short, you got to be careful. But what I'm back to this dating that, like, if you don't message each other, and I know some people like, oh, it goes nowhere, it's boring, it's this and that. Some guys live on it. I'm sorry, but they do. They live on the dating app. They live on the dating app. Okay, girls be on there and then off. The guys be like, they're so inconsistent. They're so inconsistent. I can't stand these women on here. They're so inconsistent because they get frustrated because y'all not talking about nothing. Then you got the run my whole history. Uh, what's that? Carfax. Run my, the baby daddy facts. These guys be doing a whole background check on you. The first message, how many kids you have? How many baby daddies? So they really be vetting y'all because they're not trying to spend they feel like they have their standards. They feel like they want to get straight to the chase. But every woman is not created equal. So you may be missing out because you're just getting to, all of the dirt first. Because we don't be like, how many girls have you cheated on? You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't do that. How many babies did you have at the same time? Like how many, certain things, we that's like asking a man, like, do you have a do you have a criminal background check? Like that's how serious it gets. Anybody that's like that, hold on one second, because I gotta go yell at my kids. Give me one second. Excuse me, I'm live. Please don't have me come back here. Okay? Thank you. Light threats, nothing too major. So yeah, so guys be on it. They be like, yo, like what's your blood type? Just to take you, maybe get your phone number or take you on a date or whatever. I mean, it don't even get like that. So they have their phases, they got their little methods or whatever. And women is like, when you gonna take me on a date? When you gonna take me on a date? Like they just relax. What women have to do is say, let me sit back and look at this person. What did they say? Is there anything contradicting on what they said and presented to everybody versus what they're saying to me? What is their personality like? What do we have in common? Please don't ask my favorite color. Who cares? Like, but I can see how they can use that. They're like, because I was like, well, it depends. Like, my favorite color has anything to do with this. But okay, it depends. If I'm wearing it, it's yellow. If it's a car, it's black. That's what you ask for. That's what you get for asking me them corny ass questions. Please stop asking people their favorite color. You're not gonna remember. You're not gonna know. You ain't taking notes like me. All right. So in the dating apps, they be asking real stupid questions or very serious questions. But either way, the girl's sitting like, when am I gonna get a date? Relax, sis. You don't want to go on a date with just any old body. You don't. Why? Because they're hoping for something. You're hoping for something as a woman, which could be a long term relationship. And many, many men are just hoping for sex. So if you don't take your time and you jump on every single date and you're just, some people, they're about it and they can pull it off because she is that fine. And she does want to go get to know everybody, even if whatever, just for the number's sake. But you're not being picky at all. And you're giving somebody that don't have a chance to go on a date with them and not even take the time to get to know them. So now, ma'am, you're wasting his money. So now, check this out. I was in a group, and it's a group, but it's like a natural hair group, but they never talk about natural hair. It's funny. And finally, we realized we just want to scare everybody away. They just really be talking about relationships all the time and the crazy situations, right? So funny, hilarious. So this girl, she has this amazing body and but I was like, them breasts kind of lopsided, ma'am. I'm just sorry, I could just kind of see the fakeness coming out, but okay, they like it. I love it. So what happened was she said I was getting all these gifts, all this money, going on all these dates with this man, and you wouldn't believe it. Hold on, make sure. Yep, I do not. You wouldn't believe it. He found out that I have nudes on the internet. And not only I had nudes on the internet, I had an OnlyFans account. Ma'am, do I have to do a show on OnlyFans? I don't think my girls is involved in this stuff, in this business. OnlyFans is like saying I never, ever, ever want to be married. Like, I'm sorry. Only a certain type of man will take you with an OnlyFans account because that's kind of embarrassing to men. It's good for you now. It's temporarily great. The money's good. But that's kind of like, I used to date a stripper. I used to date a prostitute. Take a special kind of man. I mean, there's not a lot of them that can handle that. What comes with that. Or I used to be in the adult entertainment industry. That's literally what that is. So that's that. So now the man's like, yo, I gave you money. She said he gave me like $6,000 for my business so I can, get it off the ground. And now he did a Google search on me and he found out I had OnlyFans. And like, imagine you're with somebody, you like, oh, she's gorgeous, young lady. And look, her body is so amazing. She's so beautiful and she's business minded. She all this stuff. And then you Google her name and you see her naked on the internet. Like, y'all got to be thinking about this stuff. Imagine his surprise when she didn't disclose this information. In real estate, we have a disclosure that we give you called the consumer notice. We have to let you know whose side we are on. Are we on the buyer side, seller side, or both sides? We got to let you know upfront. If they don't let you know that, that means they're not doing their stuff right. So it's a disclosure to protect you. She should have disclosed that when she was receiving all of these gifts. See, dinner is like receiving, you're taking. Y'all ever heard of there's no such thing as a free lunch in America? I don't know. My parents were immigrants. So this is what they was teaching us. There's no such thing as a free lunch, okay? And people are going to want something for what they give you. Nothing is for free. So if a man is taking you on a date, he wants something from you. If you're going on the date, you want something from him. Long story short, the man like totally breaks up with her or is so upset. And he said, you wasted my time. You wasted my money. Like, you should have told me all of this stuff. He's upset. Right? Because and she's like, what do? I don't know. Like, she said, I wasn't exactly trying to hide it, but I was not gonna lie to him, but I didn't think it was a good time. When was a good time, man? When he was gonna give you $12,000 for your business? When was a good time? You see how we could just keep taking. Oh, he's giving me that. He don't care. Some of these guys, they don't have infinite resources, but they don't mind investing in you. So now they feel burnt. They feel played. He salty. Back to the dates. Okay. So for me, it weighed on my conscience to know that I was gonna go out on a date and I don't know this person. I tried to go, like, I tried to get to know people on the phone and spend time doing that. I was a gangster on the ain't no phone here, but I was like 3 hours a night, like next. And then them guys were like, okay, call me back. Call you back. I've been talking to you for an hour, so I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go. I'll call you back later. Bye. Right? I was like, scratch his name off the list. Right? Because I was like, that's too much, sir. That's too much. Like, we talked for a whole hour, sir. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't that great of a conversation. It was okay. But then to add that, I was like, oh, no. Like, like, my point is, it's not because I don't like complaining about men because the men get mad because y'all just be on y'all's own side. Y'all don't care what I'm saying. Y'all just be on the poor man's side. Poor man, women. When you are complaining about men take it personal. Poor guy, just like you, Ruth. I told you about the guy with anxiety. He's, he's like, just close my laptop and I called you. He said, before I go on my meeting, I want to call you. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Mental health, mental health. I was like, this guy's crazy. I had to cancel the date. He's like, we still going on the date, right? I was like, no, sir. After the 2 days of this crazy attachment, I think I'm good. He called me crazy too. I was like, what? Whatever. So anyway, yeah. So getting to know people before you go out on a date, because I thought about it and I was like, sis, yes, check out the consistency of people and talk to them, right? If they're not even willing, and you know what really boils my soul when I was dating on the apps? All the men that you wanted to talk to literally did not, they wanted to text you to death, or they call you. Did they ever call you? Like they were like texting. They were like master texters. So that right there told me you don't even want to get on the phone with me, sir. Then they come back around. Wait, they come back around. Like I was like, okay, I'm on a rotation. That's cool. That's cool. I see you. You on a rotation too, sir. They come back around. Like, what happened to you? What happened? Like they expected you to start texting them to death and liking them. And I was like, no, sir. This is not how this goes. You don't like me, I don't like you. I don't care how fine you are, how much money you have. Okay. Yeah, I don't care if you're a lawyer, professor, accountant. I don't care. Hey, how are you? This is Jan. Hey, Jan. Hello. Yes, we're talking about men and dating. Okay. Well, yeah, men don't want to pay for dinner. But here's why. Okay. So, as a woman, if you're considerate of this poor guy, like in the conversation, if you know that this can't go nowhere, just don't go. Just don't go. I had a guy that was going to come from New York down here and take me on to some date downtown. And, we was FaceTiming and everything. And I was just like, ah. And he just the red flags started popping up. And then something happened where like my daycare was, or whatever, was canceled. And I was like, you know what? And this is why I started doing this. I was like, you know what? I can't make the day. I can't. Like the Lord says no. he was coming from church and everything. I was like, oh, a church boy. The Lord says no because the daycare closed. This is a sign, sir. You got to go back. Don't come. Don't come. And like when I say he was like arranging and all of that stuff, and on his way to drive and all of that, I was like, nah, it's cool. And then I was like, that's somebody I would never ever like. I didn't. It was started good, and it would start, rolling down the hill, getting worse and worse and worse. And I was like, oh no. That's when I said, you can't be seen everywhere with everybody, Ruth. You can't be going out. And can you imagine you bump into a real estate client and you with this boza? I was like, bro, after you hit the gym, hit me up. Anyway, I forgot about my old stories. Anyway, I ain't cocky, but it just be like, bro, really? Come on. Like I said, all the ones that's playing games and know they got it like that, they ain't want to pick up the phone and talk to you. So they could pay for dinner. They wasn't broke. They could do their thing, but they was the one playing the most games. Those guys that felt like they had it together. So the dates I was getting was the ones that like this better work kind of dates. I was like, sir, based on your level of interest, it's still a little too high, so I gotta go. I gotta go. Anyway, so yeah, it just worked out that way where it just didn't work out for me. So what I decided to do, I was like, all right, Ruth, you're gonna just get serious about talking to somebody. If y'all have several conversations and several conversations go good, then y'all go on a date. Okay? Do that. Out of 50 something people, I had 2 dates. No lie. 2. That's it. 2. That's it. And one of them I shouldn't have went on. All right. So that's to show you, don't waste people's money or time if you're serious about being serious. So women have to take accountability for going out with men that they wouldn't really give a chance. They just going for the free food. Okay, let's just be real. Sometimes you just want to go. Because let me go back to in my mind when I was coming out of a relationship. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go. Like literally 31 years old. It's a shame. 31, and now I'm on a dating scene. I never was on the scene. 31, pop out. I'm like, I'm gonna have all these dates, right? And then when I had the opportunity and I did the work to look a certain way to go on the dates, once you have the power, you got to know what to do with power. That's when your character is tested. Y'all, wait 1 second, y'all. Deja, 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 check my Instagram. See if my audio on. Sorry, guys. My moderator is in the other room. All right, so yeah, can you hear me okay on Instagram? Oh, thank you, mods. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you for the hearts. So what do y'all think about date like really can you hear me? What do y'all think about discernment when it comes to going on dates? Because you can oh yeah, thank you. So if you're not so that's where I learned, I guess I prayed for that too. I did pray. I was like, God, give me discernment. Thank you. Thank you, boo. Thank you for the hearts too. Give me discernment so I know, who is who when I'm dating. And that's what the discernment was. You can't go on every date with everybody. And that's real. So women have to take accountability in that way. And I'm gonna practice what I preach. That's exactly what I did. And just looking at you can look at your options with like learning about people. See, it sounds weird to take notes, but it was the only way that I was gonna really like if I really was like, okay, I like this one, I like that one. All right, let me go back and see because somebody's story got mixed up and all that. That's why men can't keep their story straight. He talking to you. That's why they call you baby. They call everybody baby so they don't mess the names up. Okay, you never have a name. When you have a name, it's a good thing, right? But everybody's baby like so early because you don't want to mess up the names, right? So I had to go through that process and I had to trim down who I would go on a date with. And then when I finally was like, so for that first date, I it was crazy, y'all. I want you to cancel. That's why I said I should never went. You should cancel your app, and I like women that can cancel the. I'm here now, all that type stuff. You should have known, child. That was a crazy man, but it's okay. It's okay. So I was like, okay, I chose wrong, and then I chose right. So moving on right along. So when you are dating, you have to use discernment and you have to have empathy and think about it from the other person's point of view. Because when it come back to bite you, and I know like I'm speaking from the heart right now, it comes back to bite you when you're the woman and you want to be in a relationship and you have no idea what's in that person's mind for you. Now it's going to come back to bite you. See, karma don't play. All right. So karma is another, it's like verses coming alive. Stop stealing stuff from the Bible, y'all. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Okay? So if you're sowing bad intentions, see, my conscience wouldn't let me go because I knew. I said, Ruth, you would never. At first, I was excited, like, yeah, we about to go on a date. I'm not going to get my first date. I was trying to hit a goal. And then I had to remember that was a person. And the first one, I was like, oh, why he had to drive so far? You messed it up. Right? God don't let me do certain things. I was like, damn it, you messed it up. Messed my whole plan up. My plan was like going 100 dates and stuff. Messed my whole, I was going to go on dates every day. 4 dates a week. Let's go. Women could do that. Women can do that for sure. If they on that joint and going hard and pay, they can get it done. Men, if they do it, they got to pay for all them dates. They're like, right? It's possible, but So Have discernment, ladies. Have empathy for the men. They are spending their hard-earned money. Oh, it's just $75. It's just $100. It's just $200. You ain't got that. You broke. You broke. But it's food. It's one meal. It's gonna go in. It's gonna go out. Yes, it's a good time, but think about it. How often can somebody keep that up and then do it with multiple people? Like you gonna go broke dating. So just remember that. So have discernment. Have discernment when people are like, I've noticed a trend in your DMs. Like that's why if like if somebody show me the DMs, I could like I'm like the decoder. I'm like, oh no, that means this, that means that, that means that. Like when people are talking and see their messages, you can tell. Like if somebody mentions sex early, like in the messages, they just want sex. If they say anything sexual, ma'am, line B, like beeline. You gotta go. Because that's what that is about. That's where they see you. So when men see you, they're gonna put you in two categories. I'm about to get to the video, so hold on. When men see you, they put you in two categories. I want to sleep with her, or she looks like the type that I want to have a long-term relationship with. Let's see where this goes. Okay. So men, let me know if I'm right, if I'm wrong. Correct me, let me know. Because we've always been friends with the men's. All right. So yeah, so that's why I'm saying if you have that kind of compassion for the men, now when it's like relationship time, they're gonna have compassion for you and they're gonna let you know where you stand. Now, one more thing I want to add before we move on. You cannot be mad if somebody say, I don't see a future with you. You cannot be mad. You have to be excited. Thank you for not wasting any more of my time. You have one life. Why would you wait? Because women, we like to stay focused on one man and whatever comes. Like you busy dating one person and he's over here dating 6 girls, and you get mad when he say, "Nah, I don't think you the one." He's properly checking out his options, and you didn't properly check out your options. Now flip the script, and you find out that you know what, this guy, it's something about him that really gets on my nerves. Like I know I can't tolerate that. So I gotta let him go. So now you the one letting him go. You want him to be mad about it? All right, so don't be sorry about it, ma'am. And don't expect monogamy until there's monogamy. Okay? Unless y'all have some type of agreement. And that's what it is. And y'all can't have no type of agreement if you don't do this before anything happens. Have a conversation. So I want to throw all of this out. I haven't done a dating one in a minute, right? Because I like to give y'all my story that I do have them in the reservoir. Just hold on. All right. So what do y'all have to say about that? Do you guys agree that women should use discernment? That women should qualify men more before they go out on a date? Sometimes women write off a man before they go on a date. So the reason why I was willing to go, because I was expanding my type or expanding what I would accept or allow so I can get to know more people. But me in my head, like I know what I was looking for, and it was nothing to do with money. Money got taken off the table. I told y'all that if y'all watched the previous shows. I took money off, and then it started to make sense. Y'all not finding the right person because you put money at the top of the list, and the money is not number one. Okay, because money can go up, money can go down. Money is not number one. You have to look at the person's every other quality and then put money back into it. Right? So, if he's unemployed, that's not going to work, right? Really? How you even afford the app, sir? I know it's free, but geez, you ain't got no hearts. You ain't got no hearts to give. You ain't giving no hearts out. I'm sorry, roses, right? So it's important that we use discernment. And some men are don't get me wrong. Some men are very aggressive about getting a date. Men, y'all gotta understand that. You may not be like this, but there's other men out there. They're very aggressive at trying to get a date. So she may say yes to somebody she should have never said yes to. But women have to be open at getting to know somebody before they go out on a date, and you kill all that. Now let me move on. Number one, men are broke, right? Some men are too broke to date. This is the video. This is one of the reasons why men don't want to pay for dinner. Or He got burnt. That's another one. He got burnt from another woman. He got burnt from a dinner chaser, or what is it? Right? Yeah, dinner chasers. I'm gonna call y'all dinner chasers, okay? Because that's the thing. This is the thing, okay? For me, this is where I say, like, I can pay for my own dinner. So if you're gonna pay for my dinner and my time that I took away from my business and my family, then I feel like it's dinner. You know what I mean? I'm worth the dinner. I'm worth the time. I chose well. I didn't choose somebody that I was like, oh no, that's gonna never happen, but I'm still go on a date. No. So now it's fair, right? If I knew because we women, we look at you, we look you up, we look you down, and we know effable, not effable. We know that. So if he's not effable, why are you going on a date, ma'am? Sorry, kids. You gotta hear it. Mind your business today. Why are you going on a date? If you don't feel like he's that attractive, or if you feel like he's repulsive, why are you going to date? If you feel like you're going to stick him in the friend zone, why are you going out with him? All right. So I do want you to expand your type, but I also don't want you to go just for dinner and you like this guy from the jump. Okay. All right. So this girl says, if you too broke, just say that. Let me show you this video real quick. All right, I'm gonna give you my reasons. Can I give you my reasons first? Okay, let me give you my reasons, and I'm going to the videos. Number two, they know. Wait, they know that they don't like you. Oh, they don't know you. That's it. Number two is they don't know you. I wrote it real quick. Number two is the reason why men don't want to pay for dates because they don't know you. You are a stranger to them. Now you might get super friendly because you want some food or you want some funds, but they don't know you and they're getting to know you. They don't know. They see you, you're beautiful, but they don't know if you're crazy beautiful. They don't know if you have a good head on your shoulders. Sometimes they know you through your profile and they see you on social media, but they really don't know you, especially on the apps. You don't have access to their, I don't like people knowing like your Facebook, your Instagram. You see how much I put on here? No, sir. I said, you might as well ask me for my address, sir. You can't have my Facebook. And they be like, friend requests, like, and my joint's public. You ain't got to do all that, sir. Just watch from afar. Relax, right? Not, I'm talking about the ones that just jump on it. They don't even ask you. All right. So, and that's fine. Men should be looking people up. So the girl's like, why he look you up? Why he look you up online? Why is he doing all that? Ma'am, are you crazy? You should be looking him up too. You should be looking up if he got a record. You should be looking. A lot of these women, if they would have looked his record up online, there's a lot of stuff online that you can find. Then a lot of them wouldn't be in the danger they were in. So yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should tell your friend where you are. That's not maybe. That's definitely. Tell somebody where you are when you're going out on a date. Tell somebody your next move. All right. But don't listen to me. It's only sound advice. It's only wisdom. I'm just saying. So they don't know you. And that's why they don't want to pay. You're not putting in effort and you have a wall up and you demand him to take you out. That's a problem. Because now if you get into entitled land, and this is why women like, well, men don't want to take, and I was like, y'all not taking people on dates? Are y'all crazy? Well, I'm a relationship girl, so I wouldn't have known. But I was like, they was like, no, we don't take people on dates. We take them out to drink, get some drinks, and then they take them back to the crib, pretty much. So I was like, oh. So I was like, okay, no going out for drinks for me. I learned from the men. They know what they're doing. Okay. You got a male friend, talk to them about dating. Well, they probably won't see me, but they might let you know a thing or two. Number three, they don't want to pay for your dinner because they don't like you. Maybe they had a conversation and you said something they didn't like. It hit them to their core. You talked about a man, so you don't do that. Don't talk about these men out here. Don't say that they was, I just didn't like the way he was X, Y, and Z. And they're gonna be on the men's side. Poor guy. Why you do that to him? Why you do that? I was like, oh, y'all always gonna be on their side. I see this. Because For men, they don't get this all of this attention. Like it's different for men. They're not getting women like we're here, like cat calling them down the street and all of that stuff. And we get it, we used to it, and we just ignore it. But then it's like, oh, somebody walk over to you and say something, and you shoot them down. They're like, why you shoot them down? He was just, they thinking of them. They're putting themselves in that position. So they don't know you. They don't like you. And dang it, I'm gonna have to. You'll do. Yeah, I forgot. All right, so let me go move on. I couldn't read it. Time to share. Let me show you this video real quick about this girl. She's going so in and so ham. We used to say ham back in the day. Y'all say ham? y'all swear y'all cooler than us, but at the same time, y'all still all of our words. So I don't want to hear her. She's not. She's 10. So yeah, we don't care. We don't care.
19 not.
Hush your mouth. 19 what? See when the kids be like the 1900s, that'd be so offensive. Like, y'all kidding me? 1999 was like yesterday. 20. Okay. Hey Mimi, here we go. We got the video up. But y'all just want everything now. What do you want, ma'am? Oh, okay. I'm done. Thank you. All right. So she's saying that if you broke, stop dating. All right. Now, from the woman's point of view. All right. So listen up to what she got to say.
You're jaded, but what does that have to do with me? Like,
hold on. I think it's her tone from off the bat. Just listening. I think it's her tone. Okay, I hit the wrong one. Her tone off the bat is like, if you're jaded, if you can't afford it, then you should just not do it. Because this and that and the third, and why do I gotta pay for it? And I'm like, oof. Men thinking like, if we get in an argument, this is what I gotta deal with. So, first of all, when you're making those videos, ma'am, be your own PR online, ladies. Ladies, be your own PR. Stop giving away the crazy up front. Okay? Because it don't look good. It don't look good. But you going in, you going ham. We understand. So let's see.
Like, I'm sorry, you need to use better
Uh-oh. She said the D word. Like I said.
To date, don't date. I'm sorry if you got used and abused.
She said if you can't afford to date, don't date. Okay? If you got used and abused
by some woman who just used you for a free meal, that really just comes with part of the dating territory. Like, I get it, you're jaded, but what does that have to do with me? Like, I'm sorry, you need to use better discretion. That has nothing to do with, like, women in general. Don't penalize the next chick just because you took the wrong chick out to eat. And you know what? If you're just like, hey, I don't want to be spending this much money on dates, that's fine. Take a break from dating. Re-up your money. Go donate some plasma.
This is where she's getting taken a little. She said, go donate some blood. Donate some blood so you can take a woman out on a date.
Do whatever you got to do because I'm not about to go on some cheap date to like Applebee's or Fridays because you mad at the old chick who used you for a free meal. Use discernment. If you don't have it, pray for it.
All right. Didn't I say discernment? So women have to use their discernment. So so what we are not understanding is one sex is affecting the other sex. One gender is affecting the other gender. If all women are using men for dates and dinner, then all the men is going to be mad about that and it's going to recycle and they're going to do you dirty on the next go around to the next batch of women, right? And then those women like, well, why we got to get lower dates and why we got to have Applebee's? I told one guy, I was like, don't take a girl to Applebee's, please. You can find the equivalent. Just don't Applebee's her. Please. He's like, what's wrong with Applebee's? I said, just the fact that you date girls that go to Applebee's, like you find them at the club and you go to Applebee's, sir, you could do it, but she gonna judge you. I said they can do whatever they want, but she gonna judge you. So find something different. It could be the same price range. It's just kind of like that's kind of what you go for anyway. But yeah, you can't talk about this kind of stuff because the guys get all sensitive. or whatever. But it don't have to be so super expensive at all.
Crazy. I agree with her. One of the reasons why I religiously tell y'all, especially if you follow me.
But I do agree with her too when it comes to like when it comes to like making somebody pay for what the other person did. It's like if you feel like you're gonna make the next person pay, then maybe you need to heal versus go out and date. So she does have a point there. It's just kind of hard to take your point when you're like, listen, if you broke, just say that. Just say that. That's what I hear. If you broke, just say that. If she played you, just say that. If you ain't over the last girl, just say that. I miss you guys.
They know I do not date. Jeremy, why don't you date? What do you do? I don't date unnecessarily. If I know for a fact my focus is not to be in a relationship right now, not trying to be married, I'm not going to be wasting your time.
I think that's a more general conversation right here. The reason why this Michael B. Jordan, got to bring it back, Lori Harvey situation was such a huge deal is because a lot of people don't have an end goal. They just date to date. They just date for the perks. They don't have an end goal. And no, some men, when they find what they want, just getting sex is not enough. When they find what they want a life with you. You got all the qualities that they want. They want to be with you. So when you like, oh, well, at least we were together and we were doing this and that and the third. I gave my, we feel like that's it. I gave up myself and that's that. Got to be careful about that. Think about it in a different way. That it's amazing that you gave of yourself, but what else? And I know that you can get offended when you say, but what do you mean? What's greater than my flower? Look at it. I got flowers in today. What's greater than my flower, my Kit Kat, my pocketbook, right? A lot of things. I would argue that there's so many other things about a woman and her feminine energy than that. Okay? So just remember that the end goal matters. You don't just go out to date and be a serial dater. Ma'am, sometimes the food good, he look good, you end up in his bed. Relax. Because when I peeped that, I was like, oh, y'all think a mailman the good guy. I ain't gonna show up. Right? What men don't understand was the time was the most important thing. The time that I got to ask you questions and get to know who you were. Like, people don't realize that their time is so valuable. You wasting it with the wrong people. So I got what I wanted because you date for data. When I put 2 and 2 together that you date for data, guess what your girl did? Okay. My kids for the deer. Got to keep. You know what I mean? I got the data. Why? Because as a professional, right? As a professional, I'm going to give y'all a secret. The more we know, this is what Facebook figured out. The more we know about you, the more we know how to maneuver. The reason why your girl ain't getting mad that Facebook be tracking everything she does is because Facebook made me lots of money. Lots of money. Most of my clients came from Facebook. Some from YouTube, some from Instagram, but Facebook was giving up the business. They track everybody. They know what's going on. But most importantly, those ads, honey. Anyway, so I realized the data was the most important thing. When people call me, hey, stop giving away your secret. Shut up, Ruth. Shut up. I said shut up. I said shut up. That's how Haitian people say shut up. Shut up. Shut up. when they call me, they're saved in my phone. So I pick up, hey, Chili. Hey, Princess. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Brandon. And they're like, oh, she remembered my name. I saved you in my phone the last time we had a conversation. We've been talking. We've been building a relationship. The data. Sometimes I put, oh, when I'm moving, whatever year. You got to know your information about your people. So now you know how to move. So if that person wasn't, especially in dating, if they wasn't that memorable, if you didn't connect with them, then you let them be. Now, it's another type of person dating. And I said this on the online dating one. I'm gonna get my courses together. Don't worry. The one that some guys, they will be on the phone with you forever. They will waste your time. And that's where you cut that thing off. I'm like, sir, listen, favorite movies are like, don't mean that I could be. That does not mean anything because they're the favorite show, sir. Because you could be my buddy, but that ain't gonna cut it, buddy. I gotta go. Some guys, they have this, oh, I'm gonna talk to you for months and months phase. And I was like, wait a minute, this is what he wanted. He didn't even want no date. He just wanted to, some people want somebody to talk to. I ain't the one. Don't waste my time. I was like, bro, I gotta cut this off. So I hate talking like this. That's why I don't like talk about dating no more. Because it's like you gotta be real, you gotta be a savage with it. If you're not a savage and you don't cut people early, once you start when you start being soft, oh, but I feel bad. Okay. Then they break your heart, sis. Because it's a dating game. If you don't know you in a game, you already lost the game. I ain't like, keep moving. I just wanted to drop my little nuggets on y'all's. Hope y'all get it. Hey, Miami. That's not Ivory. What's his name? I feel like it. Okay. No problem. No problem. All right. So, all right. Let's go back to this.
If my main focus is me trying to push my career to another level.
Sometimes what people don't understand, when people we're focusing on their career and focusing on themselves, because women don't jump on these men because they too broke. They may be elevating in their business. They may be going to the next level, but you so focused on he can't pay for your date today. Ma'am, open your eyes, get your glasses. Get your glasses, man. I'm gonna need some real props. Sorry. Wait, $ Ruth the realtor. Donate to the prop offering, okay? We need some props on the show, y'all. Support the show. All right.
To another level financially. I know right now dating is not a priority for me.
So, if men took this approach, like the women took this approach, a lot of times in the 20s, women like, oh, I'm just gonna date around, have a good time with a bunch of men, get free meals. And they're not serious about getting into a real relationship, which is fine because, you know, maybe those guys are not serious as well. Now, it does get sticky when you're intentionally dating. That's why you have to have the conversation beforehand and say, well, I'm intentionally dating. You're not scaring nobody. You can scare people that say, like, that are just playing around if they're honest. And because people really, one thing I respect is some of these men are really honest, like not like hey, I want to have sex with you and that's it, but like, oh, you know, I'm just looking for a good time, I'm not looking for nothing serious. When a man says that, be grateful that he just did not waste your time. If he gave you the caution sign, ma'am. If you want to be serious, this is the caution sign, yellow, right? If you enter that door, that's your business, because he already told you he was not serious. You know, I'm not looking for nothing serious right now means I'm not gonna be serious with you. We women, we hear what we want to hear. Okay, We hear what we want to hear. If it look good enough, you be like, whatever you say, whatever you like. We just make it up. And then later, that's what we did with the Pookies and Ray Rays. And then later, we're like, I can't believe he did this to me. He told you from the beginning, ma'am. They're going to tell you, and then they're going to be like, turn back to the shark. Some of them are the pathological liar is not going to tell you. They're just going to game you, but you can tell because it's too fluid. It's too much too fast is a red flag. So you got to know your stuff, ladies. Anyway,
I'm not gonna date.
He's saying if he is trying to get his money together, he's not going to date. If he is trying to level up in life, he's not going to date. And now when he wants to find him something serious, that's when he is going to date. All the serious people to the left, all the not serious people to the right, please. So when you going, you just need to find out, you serious, not serious, serious, not serious. If you hear anything in that first conversation of not even the date, ma'am, if you do it my way, ma'am, you get results. The reason why you can't find your Boaz, your Mr. McDreamy, your whatever, because you keep wasting time with the wrong people. While you're on a date, hey, gotta say it again. The reason why you can't find your dream man, your Boaz, your McDreamy, McSteamy, is because you keep wasting time dating the wrong person. You want free food instead of a good life with someone, building, growing, enhancing each other. You chose the food, ma'am. So you're going to get food only results. You said food only, you get sex only. And that's on that. If you stop wasting your time with people that's wasting your time, if you stop wasting your time with people that's wasting your time, then you will have more time for quality men. If you stop wasting time with people that are wasting your time, then you will find quality men. Take money out the equation. You can put it back later. Get to know that person first. Then decide what you're going to do moving forward. Because once you put everybody on the even playing field, you're like, oh, but he make almost 6 figures, so he must be better than this other person. Meanwhile, you don't get along. You're not compatible. He's treating you like trash. No, put everybody on the same playing field. It's like they're using our plays against us. Oh, my God. They're using our plays against us. Ma'am, wake up. Wake up. I don't know what lotion got to do with this, but wake up. Wake up, ma'am. You ashy in these streets. I wasn't ashy, but I just wanted to smell good. Right? Now you got time for quality. Who want dollar store lotion? Look at me trying to make it relate. Sometimes Dollar Tree lotion make you itchy. Now you got a rash. Now you got to sit it out. And you got a rash, but you could just got some quality shea butter, vitamin E from Bath and Body Works, smelling good. You said no, you passed. See, when you wear this lotion today, you ain't wearing no other lotion, but you already had a Dollar Tree one on. Then that's why you was ashy 5 minutes later. You wasting your time with people that don't matter. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I get it. All right.
Now, if a woman, me and this woman have some type of chemistry, and I'm into her already, then at that moment, let's go on a date. Because people have this problem of going on a date to get to know each other. And you go out spend your money and you realize they're not trying to get to know you. They're trying to get some food. But see, if you got to know them beforehand, get to know.
Shout out to all the guys that knew I wanted some food from the gym. I did want some food. I ain't gonna lie. I said I want to go on a date. I want to say I went on a date. We all have our own motives, right? You had to check your motives. Ma'am, you gotta, when you something happens, I feel like you tell God I'm ready, right? Something happens when you say, I'm not gonna blame the other person. I'm just gonna look at me. I'm gonna look at what I do wrong. I'm gonna look at my motives, right? Because somebody broke it down to me one time and said, he said, you're a woman and you want what you want, and that's it. You want a relationship and you want what you want. So you have ulterior motives. I said, ulterior motives? What's wrong with a relationship? Because that's not how they see it. They don't see a relationship as this amazing thing. Everybody don't got relationship vibes. Everybody don't got relationship goals and dreams right now in this moment. So I was like, oh, okay. I took it in. I didn't say, I was like, because at first I was like, yeah, you would dismiss it. As a woman, we would dismiss it real quick. But when you really sit with it, do you have ulterior motives? It's only ulterior when you know that person. You're a 1 and he's a 0, or he's a 1 and you're a 0. Okay, you know zeros and ones like math, like computers. The ones say, I don't want a relationship right now. I'm just kicking it. I'm just having fun. A 0 doesn't look like a 1 at all. You want the relationship. You want the commitment. Look, all 5 fingers. Look, 1. I'm only giving you one part of me. Ooh, look at that. There are 5. All of this is together. I'm ready to give my whole self to this relationship. Y'all not the same. So this one saying, hey, I want you to be like me. And he's like, I'm nothing like you. I'm nothing like you, and I don't want to be like you right now. Maybe later. But right now, it's just about me and this thing, and I'm pointing everywhere. You ain't gonna be this. You ain't gonna be. Gets raunchy with the relationship date night edition, right? So to the him, you're trying to change him, right? Just look at it from the other point of view. You're trying to change him because he's not that. He's not that, right? And meanwhile, he's trying to change you. Like, listen, just come over here. You can do this too with me, and we can do this together. But I'm not gonna turn it to you. Instead of you just finding somebody has the same intentions like you. These are the people that want to be in a relationship. These are the people that just want to kick it. Y'all can kick it together. Y'all can relationship together. I wish we could just sort each other out and be honest and be real from the jump. Sometimes this is what the women are mad about. This one's like, hey, I'm gonna look like you. Look at me. Look. I'm trying. They talk like they're gonna be real. They talk like they're gonna be faithful, and they're not. They just wanna, you know what I mean? And then they go, that's what the women get mad about. All right, we're gonna move forward. But see, he don't look like you. He sound like it, but he don't look like it. That's not the same. So this is the outside, and the inside is nothing. There's nothing there. There's no actions. All right. Let's move on.
Something about them, because dating should be y'all going out and having a nice time, just feeling each other's energy, not to get to know them. No, you already had a few conversations. Y'all kind of like each other.
That's a guy that believes in a talking phase. But my thing is, talking phase, y'all got to know each other. Y'all got to get to know each other pretty quick, because y'all in these 2022 streets, y'all be getting bored of each other real fast. She stopped calling you quick because you like, oh, he don't want no date. Like he got a couple conversations that he need to decide, and that's it. You know. Okay. Depends on her ego.
The chemistry a little bit. You know what? You cool. Let's go out. Let's go to this restaurant. Let's go to this place.
Yep, they'll do that.
Now you feel a little bit better. See, people are complaining about being used.
Didn't I say they gotta know you? They gotta know you. The reason why they don't want to pay for dinner is because they don't know you. They haven't spoken to you. They don't know what's going on in your mind, how you handle pressure, what their scenario, what if a scenario pops up, how you would handle it. So talking, and they, kind of just fill you out a little bit. It's not like a hard interview. So now that's slower. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you got to wait on that date. And my thing is, like, if you really want somebody, like if you really like this person or you want to give it a shot, you'll be more patient. Guys, Women, we got to learn how to be more patient. Think about it. All the times you chose the wrong man, was it because you were not patient enough to wait for the right man? Be honest and say, sure, yes, Ruth, I wasn't patient. If you're watching this, say hi, hashtag replay if you're watching this on replay. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Appreciate it. Now, you pass on the good guy for the fast guy, and then you end up not liking the results that you got. But the fast guy was gaming you, trying to see how fast. You understand? Like if he have 10 women, he trying to figure out who he can get in the bed on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's a numbers game. And because I know about numbers because of real estate, I know how many people we got to talk to. I let my team know, listen, you got to let me know how many people like how many people you talk to today, how many people you talk to, because it's a ratio. Ma'am, you're a part of the ratio. Oof. Ruth, don't give it to them like that. Don't do that to them. Ma'am, you are part of the ratio. You got to make sure you're not in somebody's rotation like on purpose. Like, like, I don't know how to explain that. You got to make sure that the fast guy has many women want to go out with him. Hey, Anthony. He said, good evening, beautiful. Like you. He made sure it's 12 roses. Thank you. I'll take them. Right? Oh, wait. Let me show I'm trying to be YouTube-y. Okay. YouTube-y. Fast guys have several women they can choose to go on a date with. They got them on a hook. They took the bait. And now they get to pick the best looking one to go on a date with. Who the one they want to sleep with? You going with the fast guy. And the slow guy is getting to know you. Come on, Ruth. Ruth. Don't give him too much. The slow guy is getting to know you because he's not the one that's going to be, this is the date. Listen, guys don't understand. Because some guys, they never do this. Okay? They never do this. What we got? Okay, this is the lotion. Okay? The fast guy this is the whole date. This is the fast guy. Man, sure, it's not that cold. What you rubbing? The fast guy gonna be fast with his hands, fast to break the touch barrier. Y'all don't even know about the touch, but some of the women don't know about the touch barrier. I know you don't know because I just found out a couple years ago. Last year. Immediately. They expecting a kiss immediately. They expecting to touch you immediately. That's the fast dude. You want the fast dude? That's your future baby daddy, ma'am. Gone. Oh, he took me out. We had a good time. Let me tell you what he was driving. He got the car so he can have 100 girls per year. You just 1 out of 100. But you want to go with the fast one. Anyway, I ain't here to preach to y'all that. Whoo. Love negotiator. Calm down. All right. Meanwhile, the slow guy that's talking to you actually trying to get to know you gets played for the fast guy. I only could say it because I know I did. I had to say, girl. Just like when I said, girl, stop fighting. And I looked at the pattern. I said, every time you fight, it's because you ain't never speak up and they was running their mouth. You should have said something earlier. And then you call them the B word. So just stop doing those things. I think you don't have to fight no more. This is middle school. I don't fight. Right? Unless you try me. Try Jesus, don't try me. Because I throw hands. So, what was I saying? I was saying something. I have a great memory. It's coming back to me. Let me read Anthony's comment. He said, I took a woman on 7 dates outings. I did flowers, paid for everything on every date, and didn't even receive a kiss. I was slow with my hands and being a gentleman. I walked away from the entire situation. You had a hungry girl in your hands. You don't want her. You had a hungry girl on your hands because When we want you, not just want you. When we want you, oh, I mean, now you got to go in for it. Myself, you got to take the initiative. If you just, she dodging you like, trying to get away, she just want food. You just fat her. You part of the food stamp program. You know what I mean? Not to say it like that, but this is dinner. What I say, the dinner dater. I forgot what I called them. There's some women that just want dinner. They just want. She just keep thinking that she's, you know, that she deserves every dot. Like, oh, I'm worth it, honey. I'm worth it. Meanwhile, the guy that would take her out, and you know, she's on his jock. She's 1 in 100. You know, especially with dating apps now and DMs, it could be a lot. You can juggle a lot of people nowadays. Don't call nobody by their real name. I'm sure you was texting her real name, right? Or honey, sweetheart, whatever, right? But you gonna be baby forever, right? She says, when a guy don't invite me for dinner or lunch, I delete them. Ooh, yep. So how long, Susan, do you have to talk to them? Do you talk to them first? Do you get to know them? I know you didn't see the beginning of the show, but do you get to know them? How many conversations before you expect him to take you on a date? Because there's such a thing as a slow talking face. Some guys be too slow with this talking face. If y'all have good chemistry and y'all are interacting well and you don't take that initiative, it is a turn off to women that you're not gonna, like, when it's time to step up, you didn't. Susan says, if they said, let's go for a drink, I say, I don't drink. I know that's right, man. That's it. They don't want to go out for the drink. She said, I just drink water. It is true. Oh, she said, I don't drink. So you're not going to the bar. I tell them the same thing, honey. Not that I don't drink, but I don't do going out for drinks. And they think it's like, she's laughing. They think it's like me being cocky, but in reality, it's not me being cocky, it's me being cautious. You can't tell me that I have to go out with a drink. Like, I'm not a drinker. If I drink wine, I'm not going, like, imagine a woman going out drinking, and then I'm like, I can't even handle my liquor. So now I'm driving back home unsafe. And, you know, I don't want to put myself in certain kind of positions, but that's how you want to see me the first time is let's go grab some drinks, which is fine. I'd rather spend more time on you. I'd rather spend more time on the phone up front and we actually go to dinner than, you know, going just for drinks. Because a lot of them just, they understand that we alcoholics nowadays. Now, not the good guys, like, not that. Some guys like to drink and, you know, a lot of women drink and stuff like that. But every woman don't drink. So now what's the play if she don't drink? You know, and don't take me for drinks. I drink fast, quick and hard and hurt. They're like, child, slow down. You don't want me. It'll be cheaper for dinner. I promise. Yeah. She says, sweetie, are you a matchmaker? Sorry, I just jumped on your live when I saw your title. I'm not a matchmaker yet, but we do have a show called Ruth in Relationships, and I help men and women get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that lead quality legacies. So let's build. That's the opening of the show, right? So I help women see what they can adjust and correct, and men learn as well what they can do to, like, avoid certain kind of behaviors and focus on women and give them hope that there are good women out there. Because what men see, they see our arrogance, they see our cockiness. Like, even when I talk, I try to watch it a lot. But this is what's going on in my head. What do you want me to say? You want me to be like, oh no, I'm always humble as pie? No, I know my worth, I know my value. And if I believe somebody's like, we don't match, it could be integrity. I'm up here and you're down here. If it don't match, I'm not going to go for it. It's not, why? This is my life, my time. I don't have to. And then some men, certain men they demand your time, demand a date. I'm like, no, we don't have. That's when I stop being so hooked on the going out to dinner and food. it just freed me up so much to see what people was really about. Because I'll turn down a dinner date. And I was like, what the hell? She don't want to go out to dinner? No. Like, I don't know you enough. Or you didn't tell me something that I want. You're not interesting enough for me to go dinner. If you cannot hold a conversation with me on the phone, why would I waste my time and your time and go meet up with you? Mind you, some of these people not that close. She says, well, help me out. Finding a quality man is super hard. Women, don't be easy. Yes. But this is what I'm saying. If you make the process, if you're in a rush, right? Okay, first of all, if you're going to do, Susan, thank you. If you want a quality man, this is what I said. I'm going to kind of recap a little bit. Take money off the table. Watch. Take money off the table. I bet you'll come back and find you. Take money off the table and go by character first. If you're on dating apps, have a longer talking phase. I mean, a week. Y'all be ready for a date in 2 days. Hey, we're talking today. Let's go on a date tomorrow. Relax. You don't know him yet. You don't know him yet. I'm going to encourage the women, take notes. If you're going through a lot of people, take notes. That little thing he said, take notes. Why not? Right? Treat it like a job. If you had to pick the best job, would you not pay attention, take notes, and notice every little thing? You're gonna forget. You're not gonna remember that snarky little comment he made when he heard that you had an Instagram, or that snarky little thing that, you know what I mean, or something really good that he said. You're not gonna remember who said what. If you're talking to enough people, if you're doing it right, if you're going through the numbers on the phone, when you meet them in person, you're in danger. Because they might be a little too fine for you, ma'am. They might catch you off guard. I went on a date one time. I was like, my Lord, I didn't think it's going to be like this, sir. This is going to be hard. Right? She said, you are totally right. It's a job. Yes. This is a person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. How much you put on your resume? Like, if we really think about it, what is our resume? And if you had bad jobs in the past, how can you make the bad jobs look good? How can you say I gained these skills? But what I'm personally working on right now is like, stop looking at my past as such a bad thing. Like everything was bad, right? It wasn't bad. In all reality, it wasn't bad. It was like good relationship 80% of the time. And then 20% probably ended us. 20% was probably the daily nonsense we had to deal with. But it mostly was good, but the 20% killed the whole thing. Marquis, I'm so glad because we supposed to have a little consultation. So sorry about that. I missed that. Right. So the 20% was it was the deal breaker. It was the cheating. It was the thing. It was because y'all was so happy until you found out they cheated, right? If you really think about your past relationships, y'all was so happy until you found out that they listen to everything their family say and you can't stand their family and their family hates you. It was all good until those problems, the 20 got worse than the 80. It's like the bad start to outweigh the good, but really the majority of the time it was good. If you're honest with yourself. Yes, it's a job. So we have to learn how to look at our history and take the lessons, right? When we take the lessons, the good lessons from it, and then we talk about it. You know how they be like, well, how did you handle that fight with that coworker? And you switch it up and like, well, this is what I learned. That's how we gotta be, women. That's how we gotta be, men. We gotta put our best foot forward and look at things in a more positive light, because sometimes we talking and we keep dropping negative bombs. People are not attracted to our negativity. We all been through something. We've all had hard paths. But the best of the best, ma'am, are we even ready for quality men? Susan, are we ready for quality men? Quality men don't play that, sis. You think it's a job getting them? Oh, it's a job keeping them. It's a job keeping them. It is, because you can't bring all that negativity and the drama. You got to change the way you think, change the way you talk, change the way you move if you're still in that negative space. So that's why you got to be really healed, like really, really healed to move on in that space of quality men. So the reason why we're not attracting quality men, we might need to heal first. Because once we heal, Once you heal, you start seeing all the broken people in the world, and you stay away from broken people. That's why I said, why would I go out on a date with people? I know you broken, sir. I know you still stuck on that last girl. I know you still mad about the dates, that girl that took your money and you know, did all those things to you. Why would I waste my time? You're not ready. It was a mate. You were like, yo, he said everything right, sir. You just came out of a marriage, sir. You just came out of jail, sir. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. All right. He said, Marquis says taking notes and comparing traits is a good, but what about chemistry? And that's why y'all could get in person. In person, you're gonna notice the chemistry. Oh, and you know, on the phone, there's chemistry on the phone too. Like if y'all keep running out of stuff, like if it's dry conversation, come on, y'all don't want to go out. Why would you pay? Hey, why would you pay, my friend? Some of y'all guys need to stop taking them on dates. I don't care how fine she is. Why would you pay for dry conversation? And you know, if you're looking for a relationship, it don't make sense. Now, sex don't need, you don't need, you know, you must be looking for something different in that case. Anthony says it's also hard to find a quality woman. I agree. It's hard to find quality men. It's hard to find quality women. And I know that we feel like all women are quality, and we feel like our girlfriends are quality. But ma'am, have you ever been on a date with your girlfriend? Huh? Do you all your sisters? Do you with? Come on. Like if you really was in a romantic setting with them, would you really say that this woman is, they all quality? Every one of them. Look at all of them. They so quality. No, they got problems. Everybody got problems. So Anthony says character qualities is essential. I have not given up. No, it's a numbers game. Please don't give up, Anthony. This is what I'll tell you what I tell the women. 100 conversations. I used to say 100 dates, but this was the 100 date challenge I was trying to do. So hopefully my internet is not cutting in and out. Susan, sorry, Instagram. All right, so 100 conversations or 100 dates, right? So if your mindset says out of 100 people, I'll find five amazing people that's into me. Then from those top 5, you pick from those. So 2 of them will probably not be it, and 3 of them probably will be any one of them will be great, but only one will rise to the top, and that's how you know you have the one. So I knocked all of that. I said, well, listen, if I find the top 3 and, you know, one stands out above everybody, and this thing matches very well. Compatibility is everything. When they say opposites attract, I don't know what they talk about. No. Compatibility is everything. Said, just learn some valuable relationship skills. I live alone and just can't seem to meet the right woman for me because you haven't gone through the numbers. Got to go through the numbers. Women, men too. Y'all not approaching women on the street. If you serious, men got to treat it like a job too. Right? So women, men have to treat it like a job too. Like one guy was like, oh, I can get 4 numbers a day. And then get 4 numbers a day, sir. Because he's like, I don't need to be on the app. You know, I could get 4 numbers a day. I said, well, then tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna challenge you in a week. That means you should come back with 16 numbers. He's like, yo, I work. I ain't got time for that. Exactly. So stop talking bad about people that be on apps, okay? Some men are very busy. Ladies, there are men that make good money on the app. I know. I met them. But like I said, take money out the equation. And if somebody else is better, then just go with the person that has better character. Because the guy with money, he might come with a very cocky attitude. Very hard to find a man with money or almost there that's humble. You find those two, ma'am. You find those two. You hold on to their life. Hold on. All right. Hold on. She said, Susan says, chemistry starts at the first text for me, then meet you to feel that connection. Yes. Chemistry. Well, I wouldn't say the first text. Well, you know, damn, you good. You good. If he's like one of the top ones, yes. Yeah, I give you that. But some of them, Susan, you gotta be careful. Some of them have good game. Think about the ones you say you got chemistry with. Were they like good talkers, like smooth talkers? because I'm over smooth talkers. I don't smooth talking men to me, they just corny now at this point. I'm sorry. Yeah, so chemistry is everything. I believe I'm taking your questions. Chemistry is everything. And you have to have chemistry. If you can't see what it's hard. With guys, it's the look. So women, so for Susan, if you want to meet more men, you got to go through the numbers. That means you have to look absolutely gorgeous everywhere you go. You get in gas, you look gorgeous. Not cute, gorgeous. You going to the supermarket, you gorgeous. If you do that every week, you'll have 2 or 3 people that you're talking to, considering going through and getting to know them. By the end of the week, you'll know if you want to go out on a date with them. That's how that works, I believe. That's what I did. Men, same thing. Go out there and meet 2-3 women a week. 2-3 women a week. Approach them. You probably have to talk to maybe 8 to get to 2 or 3 numbers to guarantee it. Guys, y'all saying like this is so much work, but I'm in real estate. We have to have 20 contacts a day. That means if I'm on my real estate game, 20 people a day. 20 people a day. Men, y'all don't have no excuse because y'all have DMs. Y'all have apps. Y'all can actually make initial contact. Women cannot make initial contact. All they can control, the women shooting their shot, that's not me. No, ma'am. I'm not shooting no shot. I don't got no gun. I ain't got no registration. I ain't got no license. I'm not doing it. Would you show them that you're interested in flirting? You got to watch the flirting video, right? That was like episode in the 90s. If you look on my Facebook timeline in the 90s, the flirting episode was on there. 91 maybe, right? So yeah, that's what I would say about that. So if you want to find a quality woman, you have to go through the numbers, because you can find quality women, but she may not have what you need in particular. She may not be a good match for you. She might be a great woman, just not a great woman for you. Maybe her lifestyle's different. He may be a great man, but just not the same lifestyle for you as a woman. Okay? Anything else before we move on? Is this making sense, guys? Is this making sense? You got to have chemistry. Gotta have chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, like if think about it, when y'all a couple and y'all don't have no chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, then y'all mad at each other. How y'all get back together? Like, he mad and you go put on some, little cute outfit and then you just walk around and he's like, oh, okay. Y'all gotta have that back and forth. But women, you can't go for top looks. Oh, I didn't get to that. Susan. Oh, please. Susan. Don't let looks fool you as a man. No, don't let looks fool you. Cannot be choosing men out of our leagues, women. They out of our leagues. If they're on the same looks level as you, if you're a 7 and he's a 7, if you're a 9 and he's a 9, baby, he's out of your league. I know what I'm saying. He's out of your league. Why? Because if you look at the numbers, he has more women that want him, right? And he has more options. And then if he has money or whatever, those women will do whatever for them. Now you don't want to compete at that same level. You're like, I'm not competing for you. That's why you don't get them. Because you're not going to compete for somebody that's on your level. You feel like you should be the prize because y'all on the same level. He's a good looker. You're a good looker. That's it. So really, you got to bond on some women. It's just is he a good provider for some women? That's important. Is he a hard worker? I would say. If he's a hard worker and he get his money right to the level of your looks, that's a good match. That's one way to look at it. I'm just being real. I'm just real. Because them fine guys sometimes be broke. And you get to know them. Hey, I dated one guy. Let me tell y'all. He had tailored suits. He looked super good. Baby, he was, all the money in his pocket was mine. I'm just going to say that. That's it. Begging me all the time for money. It is, looks don't pay the bills, ma'am. And that we don't need men to look pretty. No, that's why we have fear of sex. And I say that, and I'm being real. We don't want to talk about this. Is he a good provider? Meaning, is he a good provider where whatever he makes, ma'am, y'all be tripping on 6 figures, but it's some men $50,000 will give you the shirt off his back. Stop tripping. And the guys with 6 figures is too busy spending it on all the girls that they're dating. Now, you see how expensive dating can be. They spending all their money on dating. They'll have no savings. How many times? I'm sitting here fixing some guy's credit and about to fix his credit. He's so busy with his, out of shape body. Like his stomach was out to here, y'all. It was out to here. Like he was pregnant. And he felt like money was going to get me. So he wanted to show me his bank account, being as though he's trying to use my credit, whatever. And I was like, sir, I don't care. Like I've been around people with money my entire career. I started real estate at the age of 19, 20 years old. So I've been around men with money all the time. It doesn't impress me. It never did. It didn't impress me back then. It don't impress me now, especially now that I make money. So, and back in the day, I was a teller and I was counting. I said, one day it's going to be my pile of money. So that's the time money would have got me. It didn't. It didn't impress me because I'm like, you're only using that to get something from me. So now I was a really smart little kid and married, right? So he's trying to say, oh, well, I got $100,000. What did he spend all his money on? Mind you, he has no money in the bank saved. No money. You know what impress a woman? When you save money in the bank. Oh my gosh. Hey, you save. Okay, it's just me. A saving man is a useful man. You're going to take my money, your money, and we're going to save money. We're going to have 50 G's in the bank, $100,000 because you got me saving? That's attractive. You see what I'm saying? So you putting looks all the way up here, and there's so many other qualities. And what happens with a man is that you get attracted to who he is. When you have an emotional connection with a man, he becomes the most handsome man to you. So don't put looks as number one. Yes, you can have chemistry, but you can have chemistry with somebody that is not a pretty boy or is not. Wait, some girls get pretty boys. It's cool. But at the same time, I'll just be like this all the time. Women throwing themselves at him. Oh no, I can't handle it. No, just back up off my man. Don't sit too close. I'm just talking about who I'm talking about. Anyway, this is a good show. All right, so guys, thank you, Anthony. He says makes perfect sense. All right, so that's why I say don't put looks. Susan, do you agree? Looks can be number 2, but don't make it number 1. Like, oh no. Marquis laughing. Now, men are gonna look like men. Listen, you don't think Beyonce love her some Jay-Z? As they get older, men that were smugly back in the day, they get finer, ma'am. Don't sleep on a smugly man. Stop. But men are supposed to look like men. They're not supposed to look as pretty as the woman. I'm sorry, but they're not. They're supposed to look slightly, kind of okay compared to their woman. And that's, if you have that dynamic, y'all are winning. I'm sorry, but it's true. But I could be wrong. But I feel like that's a good balance to me. Now, when a man's super fine and his wife not wife, but his girlfriend look kind of, I'm like, man, sorry, why are you taking advantage of this woman? We know how y'all men are. Y'all visual creatures. Y'all like us looking fine. All right, I'm going to move on. Sorry, y'all. Get on my rants. Does this make sense, guys? All right. So I think that quality women, y'all have to start look. Well, the men, do y'all know what quality women look like? Do you know what their character is like? Are you aware of what you're looking for? So go back to, and I believe this theory is true. Go back to all of your exes, right? What was the things that you loved the most about each ex, right? What's the things that you love the most about each one? And you write down a list and you're like, this is important to me. This is important to me. I like the way he treats me. I like him to be attentive. I like him to work hard. You got a list. That's the list, not the money. I did that video already. That's the list. Right? And then all the things that are deal breakers are all the things you broke up with those people for. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't do that. Because in real life, real time, you prove to yourself that you will not tolerate that. No, I cannot tolerate this. And I cannot tolerate that. So that way, from the first conversation, you can start figuring out if your deal breakers are in it. I used to be like, yo, you don't want kids? Oh, bet next, when that was important. If the man want 2 kids and 3 kids, and I know I don't want to do that, oh, it was so nice knowing you. If a man wanted me to wear my skirt to my ankles, oh, we're never going to have another conversation. I literally said this. We're never going to have another conversation. He was arrogant, so I could say this. We're never going to have another conversation again, but it was like really good talking to you. We did spend a lot of time on the phone. All right, let me move on. I got to finish, y'all. Back to her calling all these men broke and go get money together and give them blood. Don't sound like her, y'all. She sounds super ungrateful.
You are under the impression that everybody dating is trying to get to know somebody in one relationship. That's not it. That's not everybody. Most folks just dating because they like to go out to eat. Some folks just dating because they like to pass the time. Some folks just dating because they mad at their ex. Some folks just dating because trying to make the next dude or this woman jealous. And here you come trying to be nice, all gullible, not understanding these people are not really out here trying to be with you.
I don't know why he's not direct. Now it's making me appreciate me, myself personally. These people are out here. It could be the woman too. They just want a good lay. They want to have a good time tonight. That's all you good for to some people. So he said, Anthony said, wait, he says, I love you. Thank you, Anthony. Like, they want a good lay. Why you can't just say that? They just want to sleep with you tonight. Is this food going to be enough? If I take you to Steak 48, can I sleep with you tonight? If I take you to your favorite restaurant, can I sleep with you? And they're gone. And then they'll be back. And that's how that goes. Oh, you back. Oh, you back. Because he want another round, sis. You're not special to him. Sometimes you can be special, but that person doesn't see you as special because you didn't protect yourself like you were special. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes you can be special, but the person didn't see you as special because you did not protect yourself as special. You didn't treat yourself as special. So why would they treat you better than you treat yourself? Well, Ruth, go ahead and tell them. I'm doing the Lord's work, I know.
So why won't you protect yourself and not just be out here willy-nilly dating, hoping this person...
Did you hear what he said? Women be gullible. That's what, see, he's not direct enough for me. This is my first time watching this video. Gullible. Women are gullible. Meaning let me help you out. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know, by now, Anthony, if you don't know me by now, you know I'm going to look up the definition of gullible. You know it, and I'm going to show you too. Oh, hey, wait. Hey, wait. Gullible. Can y'all see? Hey, Chuck. Y'all gullible. Men and women are gullible. Men be gullible for the booty. She got a thin waist and a big butt. Y'all gullible too. It says easily persuaded or believe something. Credulous. Credulous is having or showing too great a readiness to believe things. Oh gosh. Credulous means, did y'all know what credulous means? I'm gonna admit I didn't know. I saw it a couple times. Having or showing too great a readiness to believe things. You want to believe she's a good woman. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Y'all want to support me? Go on my YouTube. Support me. Thank you. Chuck already know the deal. Chuck like, look, her Instagram acting up. I'm going straight to Facebook. Hey, Chuck, thank you. Stop being gullible. Stop being credulous, ready to believe things. She says she want a relationship. Lie. She want food. Oh, I want to be in a relationship. Really? Okay, what's the follow-up question that you have? How can you tell if she's only here for dinner? Chuck says, hi, Ruth. Hey, Chuck, how are you? We too gullible. Naive. Okay, look, I ain't gonna hold you. I have never looked up the word naive. I'm about to right now. Oh, oh, oh wow. Hold on. Hey, they gave me. I did this by accident, but this is good. Uh, nebulous, naive versus credulous. Okay, what's the difference? They got verses. Wiki diff. Oh, they got verses. You thought black people had verses. They got verses for words. Hold on. He says naive is it says naive versus is a synonym of credulous, right? Naive is lacking worldly experience, wisdom, or judgment. Unsophisticated, while credulous is excessively ready to believe things, gullible. Okay? So it's one thing to lack experience, wisdom, judgment, and not be sophisticated. You think that dating is not a game. You think that dating is not a game, and it is. Chuck says, I'm good. You think it's a game. It's not a game until it stops being a game when you find somebody that wants to be real. We all fake until we ready to be real. And then, oh, girl, on one tonight. Then you take a chance and you say, I see that you want to be real. I'm going to take a risk, a calculated risk. Not know, oh, I just went for the food and I ended up in this bed. No. This is how a lot of guys that would have never had a chance. Not to say nothing about y'all guys, sorry guys. But this is how a lot of women make mistakes. Because Pookie and Ray Ray, they don't come with a pick in their head. They come fine, they car decent, but they not about nothing. That's what the definition of Pookie and Ray Ray. He ain't about nothing, but he look good. And then that's why that's your future baby daddy who is going to ruin your chances of getting a good man. Be careful. And then you going around saying he ain't good for men, ain't good for nothing. I can't believe what my baby father did. But you chose him, and then you got nothing bad to say. So you like something about him, and that's what the men. I told you, men are gonna side with men. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Tell me I'm wrong. Men are going to side with the men. What did you do wrong? That's what they want to hear. You know what? I used to be into Pookies and Ray Rays. I was a little naive, like the definition said. I lack worldly experience and wisdom, but now I realize I could have did better at choosing quality men. I picked them over. I thought they were boring. I didn't think I didn't want to go with the slow guy. I wanted to go with the fast guy, the fast, smooth talker that was promising me the world. But all his promises would take a long time to fulfill. So I didn't wait it out. I just jumped into it, and then I got burnt. That makes sense, guys? All right. So yeah, guys, take some time to look at definitions and words so you'll get the real good gist of what they're really talking about. That was good. So naive is that we don't, I'm telling you, so now naive is like a word that should be a whole show. Women naive. It should be a whole, like, it's just saying that we are not aware that it's a game. CFAS is laughing. We are not aware the game that is being played. What's your first name? We are not aware of the game that's being played. We don't have enough experience to know that we are in a game. We don't have enough experience to know that when he's talking all this sweet nothings on the first date, that he ain't about nothing. Because ain't no man gonna promise you nothing. Men of their word, they're not gonna say too much. They're just gonna do it. They're not gonna be running their mouth. Oh, we finna be together, married, and all this stuff like that. Just saying too much stuff. Mind you, tomorrow they're gonna be gone, so they can say whatever they want. because they're gonna be gone in a week. They know that. You don't know that. That woman that wants to go to a date and she knows that you're not affable to her, or she knows that you are not attractive enough. She's not attractive enough to you, or doesn't have the chemistry there, but she want to go for the free date. She knows her intentions. She already know. He says, keep smiling. It makes it more interesting. Thank you. I guess. All right. Moving on.
It's serious about something. Be more strategic. So
more strategic.
The next thing I'm gonna say is this thing that gets me with dating also. People do all these things dating that they don't do in a long-term relationship. Her thing is, spend a certain amount of money on a date. But then once you get with that person and y'all be together, how often do y'all do the same type of dates y'all did in the beginning?
That's true.
It's 100. All the things y'all did in the beginning, the going out, the horseback riding, the laser tag, the bowling, all this stuff that y'all did in the beginning to get to know each other. Once y'all say y'all love each other, 9 times out of 10, y'all stop doing all of that. So why even do?
So this whole, this was a debate of how much should a man spend on a date, and it was talking about $300 and all of that. The sentiment, women know that it's all going to slow down and stop. So they trying to get all they can get in the beginning. So for the woman to not say, oh, I want to go to the best restaurant of all, she's really trying to be considerate, because she know that it's all downhill from here. She don't want to be that way, but she know what it is. That's why she's like, you need to start up front. But that just kind of exhibits the lack of faith and hope, right? Let me go.
If you know that's not what y'all gonna be doing, it's too deep. 9 times out of 10, I said 9 times. That means it's a small percentage. They still may go on dates like that. But 9 times out of 10, all of y'all went out on dates every weekend, probably twice a week, going to different events, all this. But as soon as y'all say y'all love each other, guess what? Y'all in the house.
Y'all in the house.
Now you got kids.
Kids.
So how important was him going out and spending that $300 for you to get something to eat? How was that so important for the long-term goal? See, people be down be thinking, I gotta be thinking. That's why the book comes out. Dating. I'm gonna help y'all not get heartbroken and devastated when you understand the dating game and how folks out here moving. Then you go, I see what y'all.
All right, so let me debunk this myth real quick. All women do not believe you have to spend $300 on a date. I was schooled by the men of that is, and he said this in the day. He said it's like when y'all get together, that's when y'all should be going on dates. But if y'all on a first date and you spending $300, that is kind of like a red flag. When that man spent $300, man, what do you think he want? A kiss on a cheek, ma'am? Not that cheek. Oh, bro, stop it. Not that cheek, honey. That's not the sir. Be honest. If you spend $300, have y'all spent $300 on a date? If you spend $300, he says more. Exactly. Men are going to expect more. You say you want to find a quality man. That means you need to stop putting superficial standards. I'm telling you right now, there's beautiful women in the world that are not going to require $300 dates. That's not what they're here for. Sir, if we get together, you're going to be spending way more than $300. No, I'm joking. Over a lifetime of dates. I want a lifetime of dates. I don't want one date. One date. People have tried. Listen, y'all have found a way to finesse everything. Y'all finessing food now? Seabass is cracking up over here. Yo, finesse, okay? For my culturally deprived people, is finesse dating. All right, if you want to know what any black person is talking about, right? You go to Urban Dictionary and you put the word and you put Urban Dictionary, and then you'll know what we're talking about, right? Finesse. To overcome, conquer, empower. I'm gonna finesse the ish out of your right hand. Okay. The unique ability to maneuver seamlessly around people. The art of persuasion or trickery. Trickery. Steal from them, scam from them. Okay? The action of playing. This is why men don't want women out to dinner, because y'all be playing. Y'all be finessing dinners out of them. Okay? Doing something quite well, gaming, outplaying someone, trying to steal from someone, trying to scam them. You, ma'am, you know, you require all these dinners and you know you're not sleeping with him. I'm not saying it equates. If he's, listen, this men still use the word courting. I was like, y'all so old fashioned. Y'all may not laugh, but I'm laughing. You don't got to laugh. I'll laugh for myself. Like hit the like button, hit the hearts. Hit them hearts and share the live. Yo, men don't, like, if they courting you for marriage, that's what you want, baby. Not a $300 one-time date, hit it and quit it, miss, hit you with the hotel room. Come on. That's not what you want, ma'am. That's high-level prostitution. He says, I'm laughing myself out. Out loud. Tim, hey, y'all gonna make me do the show at night, because I can go as long as I want now. Oh my gosh. He said, Anthony says, love your show and information. I should have never done the 7 dates with the wrong woman. Thank you, Anthony. I didn't tell you that, but you should have never did it. She's close to my age, so I really was looking for zero trickery from her. I am not. If somebody's older than me, they are not exempt from being a player. Same level of thinking. You think somebody my age, because see, if I date a 35-year-old, I'm 37, right? If I date a 37, like 35, baby, still, I don't know, it's weird. But in our minds as women, we like a year or two younger? Oh, no, never. Right? It depends on the person, right? But my age, oh no, they like, Google, I'm sorry. Love y'all, but y'all got a lot of work to do. Right? So I'm expecting trickery from 35-year-olds. I'm expecting them not to know how to lead me. That's what I'm expecting. I am not expecting that from 50 and up. But I still got to keep my eyes open. You understand? 45 and up. I still got to understand that I could be getting played. I still got to keep my eyes open and look for the signs. 7 days. Matter of fact, she wasn't counting them, but you were, because it was your money. See? When you know how when you like loan somebody money, you know exactly how much and when to get your money back. The person that loaned the money, they forget all about it. She had no clue with 7 days, sir. Not at all. CFAS says, you're younger than 37 though. Nope, I am 37. I'm about to be 38. My oldest graduated high school. That's proof. You want proof? She graduated. I got one out. All right. So yes, zero trickery from her. And they be the ones, the older ones, they be like, I'm going to hide my pocketbook. I'm going to close my pocketbook. Now they doing this thing called dating. Let me get some. Let me go out and get some nice lunches and dinners and get what? 7? Wait, she didn't call you back? Because you said, look, let me tell you about Anthony. Anthony don't play. He said never talk to her again. He said never. Last story you said, Anthony. I love your stories too. He said, look, I walked away from the entire situation. Did she call you back? That's what I'm saying. She's dinner hustling, dinner finessing. Right? You will let a good man go. You will let a good man go. Not have a conversation with him. She knew from the jump what she was doing. Let me tell you, Anthony, we know, because she wasn't into you. She just wanted the dates. She never kissed you? Oh, by the 7th date, my friend. I might, listen, get over here. I'm going to just pull you by the tie. You too slow. He said, you sound like my grandma. Penna, so you want to insult me? I'm sounding like a grandma. I ain't no grandma yet. All right, Laura. Hey, Laura. Says hello. So, yeah, no 7 dates. No 7 dates. Spread it. Spread it. Be like, you know what? You gotta start like Anthony. You gotta be like, look, I'm the G. Like you will. I had to. I had to say, this is my value. This is my worth. This is my time, and this is my life. I'm gonna stop acting like these men is so everything, and I'm gonna be. In your mind, you have to be the prize. Now, I do believe in the man's the prize and the woman is the prize. I believe in both are the prize, not just one. Okay? I'm going to treat my man like he's a prize, and he's going to treat me like I'm the prize. And if I find somebody don't treat me like a prize, it's next. And that's that. Because I know I'm in there. So you have to think like that. So now I would have been like, okay, I'd rather take 3 women on 2 dates rather than the 7 dates with one person. Anthony, things have changed. You got to take multiple women out on dates. And there's nothing wrong with that. If she doesn't, Anthony, what? Wait, Anthony. Wait. First of all, I got to show y'all this first one. Anthony is killing me here. You're killing me, Ed. I'm so glad you watched the show, Anthony. I'm so glad. It's okay. I'm going to come up with a course for the men because I think men are like ready. Men are ready to look, y'all, right here, right now. The show taught me the most that men are ready for marriage. Women are playing games these days. I'm sorry, women, love y'all, but women are playing game. If y'all can get past this hungry man dinner phase, ma'am, I don't care. Like, I'll go take myself out. I don't care. Food. That's it. I don't gotta be like, can you take me on a date? Can you take me on a date? Can you take me on a date? Like, you want me to pay? Relax. It's not a big deal. All right. And I'm not trying to be in my masculine energy, but I'm just trying to say that women, we can afford our own food. Stop trying to just be like, oh, I want to take. And look, Anthony, that's such a good, perfect scenario because this is how she would waste your resources. She's not somebody that's going to take your money and invest it. She's going to take somebody, she's going to drain you. Good riddance. Thank God you found out now and you didn't marry her. Talking about you booked the cruise for us. Anthony. The joke's on her. You booked the cruise. You said haven't heard from her since the last date. I don't want my time wasted. That was God saying, Anthony, I'm sometimes because you're not quick to cut them. You got to be faster to cut them. If she didn't call you, then you got to be faster to cut them. Never called you after 7 dates. That's disrespectful. Oh my gosh. Anyway, not to say, hey, how you doing? Everything's okay. This is y'all say I'm so hard on the women, but Anthony's telling y'all right now, when men are doing things a nice way, the good way, this is how they're being taken advantage of. And then y'all be surprised why they don't want to pay for dinner. Y'all be surprised. Hey, Stones. All right. Oh, already a cruise, right? Because you took her seriously. Like y'all have to. It's honestly, women is guilty until proven innocent at this point. I get it. I don't want to be treated like that, but I see why men act like that now. And it's hard on women like me because I was like, I want to go to Chris. No, I didn't say that, Anthony. So yeah, so she missed out, and that's fine because some women will never appreciate. She's the type of person you do stuff for her and she complain. Okay, now listen, I'm not perfect, but she's not going to appreciate it because why? We are expected to we're like expecting it now. We are entitled to it now. We feel like this is what you're supposed to do as a man. She believed in the lie. Unfortunately, Anthony, she's gonna be alone. She treating all the men like that, then she is going to be alone. That is her great reward. What man gonna be like, you know what? I know you did Anthony wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my shot. And I'll go ahead and take you on that cruise in September. No, absolutely not. She don't get nothing. She don't get no dinner. She don't get no cruise. She gets food. That's it. That's her companion. Food. All right. So while you find your wife, while you marry, she's still gonna be on dates, and then she's gonna be mad. Why are these men not good men? Okay. All right. He says my car broke down, and only few times we communicated was whether or not I got my car fixed. He said, "My bad. I just realized I started my story half. All right. So listen, Stones. I just talked about this. How our we gotta look at what happened in the past with the lessons and the positive things that came out of it versus coming off with the negative stuff. So if you did it here, you might be doing it in a conversation, like, oh yeah, my ex was this and that and the third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, try to reframe it. Like, yeah, I learned a lot. Just like we talked about this. It's an interview process, right? It's a job. Dating is like a job, and it's an interview. Y'all both interviewing each other, right? So you want to reframe everything in a positive light. If you reframe everything in a positive light, then it will come off positive. And that doesn't matter to the negative toxic chick. But to positive women, it matters. All right. So yeah. And that's crazy that she's like, oh, your car not fixed? Your car not why, ma'am? You gonna fix it? You gonna pay? She said, how's your car doing? It's crazy. He said, so I ended up buying a new car. Oh, Stone's a woman? Oh, so I ended up buying a new car, and he's still wondering if it's still broken because he isn't hearing from me again. All right, so I'm missing a part here. So your car broke down while you were dating somebody? Did he have a car? Why he didn't pick you up? You know what that sound like? That sound like he talking to a lot of people, and he go by the last text, and he just went by the last thing he said to you. That's like, remember I said, well, you didn't hear it, but I said take notes. So the notes is the text messages. So he really not that serious about you. So he went back to the last couple messages, saw it was about the car, and then text you. That's what I would have had in my mind. So that's just me. She says, I'm saying. She said, yeah. Is it Pen? Pen name Strong. Okay. Is it Stone? What's your first name? Is it Penny? Yep. Right. Okay. So yeah. So don't pay him. My car is broke, but ask me how I'm doing. How's my day? He's not getting to know you. He just wants you to get the car, to get to him, so he can sleep with you. Because he ain't trying to drive you. Wait, hold on. Because it's a pattern. Get her to go get drinks. She got to get there. Some guys do this. They'll like get you to get drinks with them, and then you too drunk to go home, and then next thing you know, they taking you wherever. But you got to get to the spot first. So I was wondering what that. Laura is my name. Okay, Laura, thank you. Yes, absolutely. So we have to smarten up and wisen up. And that's what Ruth in Relationships is about. Watch some episodes. Sometimes I'm going to say things that you're not going to like, but really just sit with it and think about it and know that I'm coming from the heart. I'm not coming no disrespect in no woman or man. I'm just saying, let me give you a different perspective and a different way of looking at it. All right. So dating is a game that you must master. You do not get out of this thing alive. You do not get out of this thing alive. Sometimes your heart gets broken, it gets stomped on, it gets beat up, you get black eyes, you lose money, you get scammed, you get offered money, you get all this stuff happens in dating. It's like war. Sometimes dating is like war. And you got to look at them and you don't know if they're a friendly or if they're an enemy. You don't know. That's why you need to get to know people. You don't know who you're dealing with. You could get a psycho. Men think that they safe. You can be getting a psycho. You coming up, meeting her, going to her house and all that stuff. And you invite her over to your house all quick. Yo, it was some guys talk about, oh, if you can't come to my house, he's like, I'll take you on a date, but the second date is going to be at my house. And I was like, yeah, a lot of them, I ain't going that date. This is why I was canceling dates, because this is how they was coming. Oh, okay. the second date gonna be in my house. I ain't finna be taking you out to all these restaurants and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you can't have a home cooked meal? Oh, this is the energy. Don't, like what she was saying, don't bring me the baggage of the last person. I had nothing to do with that. If you don't treat people like a clean slate, you should not be dating. I say that about relationships, but maybe I should say that about dating. If you can't give the next person you got on a date with a clean slate, you can either give them an A or you can give them a C. Meaning, but don't give them an F. Don't give them an F. F mean you based off of the last person. They start with an F, like in school, and then they have to work their way up. Women do this to men all the time. Guilty until proven innocent. It's wrong. Don't do that. Let him earn. Let him start with a C. If you are apprehensive, start him with a C. And he does things to go up, he goes up. He does things to go down, he goes down. Remember that grade, right? Men start women with an A sometimes, and it's a mistake, Anthony. Don't start them with an A. Start them with a C. It depends on your personality. It could be, you could flip in from what I said. It could be women doing it, men doing it. Start everybody with a C and see what they do. Does she earn a second date? What did she say that was so amazing that you want to get to know her? Not that this is the person in front of me, I got to make it work. We got too many make it work personality. What? I was like, nope, not making it work, not making it work, not making it work. Not doing it. I'm not going to make it work. I just was on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. All right. So that's why men don't want to pay for dinner, because y'all be playing a lot of games. You do. All right. Back to the video. Hold on, 1 second. Does that make sense, Anthony, what I said? Start her with a C. Women are not angels nowadays. They need a C. Some of y'all need a F. Sorry. Not true. Start them with a C. Be fair, but don't start them with the A, like, oh, she has good intention. Now some women will be like, listen, I just wanted to sleep with him and get food. That's how they turn into niggas nowadays. Facts. Tell me I'm lying.
Y'all be cool.
Tell me I'm lying.
Y'all don't want to say it's the dating game. It's not a game. You can keep saying it while people out here playing. Keep saying that.
He said it. Keeps saying dating is not a game, but people are out here playing. They are out here playing. So if you don't think it's a game, Anthony says yes, absolutely makes sense. Yes. So the next time, like I said, more options, Anthony. More options. Let somebody win the cruise. That one lady does not get to, because of proximity, because of work or whatever. If you got to get on a dating app, then get on a dating app. But, you know, if you got to talk to a lot of women in that week or a couple weeks, but you choose who goes out and get your resources. They don't just automatically get your resources because they're a woman. They don't automatically deserve it. What did they do to deserve it? Is she feminine? Is she kind? Is she sweet? Those are the qualities. Like, is she cooperative? Is she going to argue you down all the time? How was those days? Was it always a debate? Did I tell y'all about the story? The gas station. I used to have a theory, like, they not going to talk to me if my kids around. Oh, no. This is what talk when my kids was around. And it was like, we fought about the lottery. And I'm like, I really am not in that arguing energy. But I'm like, he just said the wrong words to me. He just triggering me. I know, he was like, see, even me, some guys don't want to talk to me because they arguing. They be in their feminine energy. I was like, sir, you playing the lottery. Like, I have a thing against the lottery. So I was like, okay. So how much money has you, like, is it a great investment? Like, what's the ROI on lottery? Oh no. Went from lottery. I had a listing that I wanted to sell. And he was like, you know, we would argue about that, and we would argue about the market. I'm like, sir, how you gonna argue with me about real estate? You're really messing up. I said, I hope you don't want my number. And yeah, it didn't turn out good. I was like, I hope you don't call me. He didn't. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna come through. I was like, you don't have to come to the house. It's okay. He's like, no, I'm gonna come see it. I'm like, why are you saying you're gonna come see something, then don't call me? I was like, I didn't want you to call me anyway. That was funny. All right. So listen. All right. So now we got this other video. So see, I got a little time today. Now this guy, the money guys are saying men should not date if they're broke. So maybe this lady has a point. I just didn't like her attitude. I ain't gonna lie. What she was saying was okay, but I just didn't like the attitude that she had about it. So here we go.
But you should not be focused on finding a with your parents or anywhere.
Hold on.
Broke because you number one, just being broke. And
okay, first of all, Stephen Speaks. Very, very good advice. And Money Man, hold up, Anthony O'Neill. He says if he goes on a budget, mind you, I don't know if he's a millionaire or like high six-figure earner. He got his own TV show, but he says he's going on he said if you can't go on a date with and I'm on a budget, he said that's it for my budget this week. Anthony, listen to Anthony O'Neill. He is not taking no woman on no 7 dates, and she ain't giving him a peck. He said this is not. He gonna say my budget says we only get 1 date this month. If you can't respect my budget, you're not the woman for me. Money is high on his priority list, and they will be compatible. He wants a woman that's very strong in money, right? And budgeting money. So there you go. It is what it is. Hold on. Go back.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
You just.
All right, here we go.
I'm curious. Why are you out here mentoring and counseling, couples and people who are in relationships? What are some of the most common money problems that you see come up? The common money problem. Number one, just being broke and trying to date. Whoa. Okay. You trying to tell me, okay, what's your definition of broke? Broke is you cannot stand on your own 2 feet and take care of your bills and essentials. Not that you got to live a life of luxury or anything like that, but you on your own cannot survive.
Stop. Pause. A lot of women get themselves in trouble. Mind you, men risk the date, but women risk running into men who want to live with them quickly because they can't afford to take care of themselves on their own. Here they thinking this man wants them for them, but they want a place to stay, or they be like, oh no, let's go 50-50. Let's combine our bills. Broke, just trying to, it sounds good. It sounds good until he's not committing. It sounds good until y'all splitting the bills and he going out on a date. That's when you shut up, bro. Shut up. Oh God. I'm gonna have a t-shirt that says shut up, bro. I'm gonna keep moving. You can't take care of yourself.
They trying to date? Yes. Now I'm gonna be real, okay? And some people may disagree with this. Okay. I do think that a woman has more leeway in this department than a man does. All right. And so if I'm gonna be real.
He just said women could be broke and date. How about that? How about that?
If you're a broke woman, you can pull it off. You really can. If you got some other stuff going on for you, you can.
Ma'am, you know how fine you got to be? You better be super fine and super fit, okay?
Still make it happen. So
to get the right guy.
I'm not.
Because these guys be wanting you got to have it all together. You got good credit, you got good saving. They're not playing with you.
Be careful, because you don't want your brokenness to be dictating your decisions as far as who you get with. Because now, if you need a man to survive, you may overlook some red flags in order to achieve that survival. So that's where it's risky. Yeah. But if you're not making those mistakes, let's say, for example, you live at home with your parents. Yeah. So technically you're broke because you can't survive on your own, right? But that situation does not lend towards you possibly choosing wrong because of your financial position, because you're still in a safe place. But
so that's cool. Like, that means a lot of guys that y'all say is broke may not be broke because they can take care of themselves. If you can take care of yourself, then you're not necessarily broke because you don't need somebody else to take care of things for you.
As a man, if you're broke, whether you're broke living with your parents or anywhere, that's a problem. Trying to date while you're broke, you because again, it's there's so many pitfalls being set up by that dynamic. It's just I could never condone it. I could never push it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you happen to find real love while you're broke, I'm not gonna sit there and say you don't deserve to embrace that real love. But you should not be focused on finding a partner and searching for it and putting energy into it when you need to be putting energy into establishing yourself. So that's just
Okay. So he said, and Jeremy Holloway, right before the video before, he said himself that focus on your money, right? Focus on getting your money together, getting your career where it needs to be. There's been people that came on the show and said they wanted to be married and all this stuff. And then, oh, but the woman always wants a house and kids. Like, that's what they come with. That's what they want. What did you think this was? How can you try to change the dynamic of it? I'm confused. Of course you're going to want you to get a house. Of course you're going to want you to get have a baby. Of course she wants to get married. That's what they want. So why are you like, that shouldn't matter? I just want to live the way I want to live. Then you don't really want to get married because you obviously don't know what it comes with. All right. So, I mean, he could find somebody, or that man could find somebody, but they would have to not want those things.
Just ask the question. Should a man be financially stable before he starts dating?
He should. I believe he should. I believe if he wants the best results possible, yes. Again, he don't gotta be rich, but you gotta be able to take care of yourself. If you need her to survive, or and when I say her, any woman to come in your life to survive, that's a problem. Because here is what happens in a lot of situations. Men tend to pick women based on where they are.
Yep.
All right. Which is why you'll see the situations where guys who were once broke were with one kind of woman.
Yeah.
They get famous or rich, and now they switch up.
Right.
And people will say they switched up, and I say, no, they didn't switch up. Their true colors finally came out.
Yes.
They always wanted that woman.
Yes.
They could not afford that woman. All right? They were not in a
Big
position to get that woman. So they took what they can get. And unfortunately, they're taking that woman on the premise of what she can do for them, not what he will do for her. And so the relationship starts off with her basically putting him on her back, trying to drag him to the finish line, thinking she will be rewarded for her efforts when she ends up getting left.
All right. So there you go. That's why. You don't want to be the come up woman. You don't want to get with somebody and they come up on you and then they switch up on you and get somebody they really want. Now, in small percentages, that wouldn't happen because y'all stay with each other. But do you really want to be with somebody that tolerates you as a woman? No. Vice versa. So that's why it's important. Yeah. You know what? Women do it too. They do it too. Well, actually, a lot of women they're just shooting for the stars. So, gotta add that in.
For her efforts. And even if she's not left, he still ends up going out messing with the girls he really wants. Right? And so again, there's so many ways this goes left.
Remember when I told y'all the looks thing, and I was talking about the looks and everything, and how y'all gotta match each other. That's why the financials and the looks gotta go together, because if you with him and he doesn't have it yet, and how do you know you're not the come up girl? You don't know. You're taking a bigger risk versus he's financially stable and he doesn't need you. There's nothing sexier to a woman than a man who don't need her financially. You see what I'm saying? So be careful, because y'all didn't match y'all didn't match, and then later you're mad because he chose the woman he really wants. You weren't honest with yourself. I'm about to wrap up.
Say this to a man: if you're gonna date while you're broke or you're not financially stable, You have to ask yourself, would you be with her if you were rich?
Right.
And if you can say that this is the woman you would want, even if you had the success you desire, okay, you're good. You can move forward, at least in regards to that specific issue. But let me give you a different issue that can come up. Okay. If you start off not being the financially stable one, and that woman is financially stable,
you gonna owe her big time.
Whether she wants to admit it or not, you are a project.
You're
you are a child in her eyes.
Yep.
That she is going to raise into a man. All right.
Well.
And the problem now is this.
Wait, hold on.
Tell him.
I gotta ask this question. What?
Yep.
You just said.
And you know women love them some projects.
If the brother is not financially stable.
Don't do it, ladies.
The woman is financially stable. The woman is going to, the majority of ladies in this single season, they are going to be looking at that's a project for them. Oh man, that just hit me hard.
Here's the other twist. The other twist to that. Why did she take on that project? Is the looks up there? Is the peen size up there? Why did she take on that project? She thought it was worth the investment. That means they in some ways, maybe his money wasn't right, but they weren't on an equal playing field. And that guy, it's the cockiness for me, but I'm thinking about a few things where it's like that guy wants a certain girl that's even above what that girl was. And they're settling for you and taking what you can give financially. So be careful.
And the reason it's important, and some women say, "Oh no, I'm not looking at him like that."
And that's why I say, if y'all on the same looks, either looks or something that the opposite want. If all the women want him for some particular thing, y'all on the same level when it comes to attraction, you missed it. You missed it because he's going to go after the options that he can get. If he know he can get more than you and he's not a quality man or a man of good character, he's going to always go for the girls that is even better than you. Watch it.
That subconsciously you are. Subconsciously you're viewing him as someone I have to.
Remember, naive is that you lack experience. So from experience, I'm letting you know.
Or build or get there. All right. And unfortunately, so let me say this and I'll continue. I believe that for a relationship to be successful, the woman has to be able to look up to the man.
Yeah.
Not as if he is greater than her, so to speak, but she has to revere him, respect him.
Yes.
She has to feel like, I can learn something from this man.
Off the bat. See, this is where your pride and your ego mess you up. All right. For the women, right? If you think that men can't teach you something, what kind of men do you know? If you think that men cannot teach you something, you know it all. Men are stupid. Men at my age, they don't know nothing, this and that and the third. If that's what you think, right? Oh, they can't. They can't tell me. I said something wrong. All right, right? Or maybe they cut me off at a certain time. If that's what you think, then you're not going to be humble enough to say, you know what, I can learn something from a man, and therefore you can't find a quality man because you can't find a man you can respect and look up to. Pay attention. Pay attention. And men, flip it around. Everything I say, flip it around. I might forget to flip it. But that means you have to find a woman that looks up to you. She has to talk to you with respect. If she have one little bit of, like, not even one little bit of disrespect, but because that could be coming from her past. But if she doesn't, for the majority, respect you, look up to you, big you up, like appreciate you, you can never lead her. And you're wasting your time. You are wasting your time. She's either not a grateful person or no matter what you do is never going to be good enough. But a woman that looks up to you, everything you do is great. Everything, she can appreciate it. A grateful woman will do that. All right. I'm gonna let it play so we can go.
Yeah. Not that I have to teach him and drag him to the finish line. So when you start
We
off,
hate that. We hate it. We hate having to drag a man to do anything. Oh my gosh. If you don't initiate and you don't lead, it's not going to work. So these women that want to be bossy and doing all that, they're always going to be dragging a kind, gentle, soft man that is too passive, dragging him everywhere. That's going to be a good combination, but is he going to be miserable? Is she going to be miserable? They both going to be miserable. But it could work
that way.
It's
She
on my
might
side.
be willing to be with you, but now the problem is how much will she respect you along the way? Also, as a man, will you still be driven enough to achieve your dreams if you even had any? Because some women are trying to pour into a man who has no plan and no dreams himself. If you don't ever get there, resentment will now kick in. And if you are now you're basically being rewarded for your bad behavior. What I mean by
He said, if you never get there, your resentment kicks in. The resentment of a woman kicks in. That I put all this into you, and you did not.
That is, you have not established yourself as a man. And let's make something clear. You are not entitled to a relationship. Everyone says, well, everyone deserves to be loved. Absolutely. Right. Every human being deserves to receive love, but not a damn relationship. Not a committed, I'm going to pour into you, being committed to you, feel all your needs. You don't deserve.
He's been doing this a minute, because I'm there, friend.
You ain't qualified.
You ain't qualified.
That's like everyone saying, well, everyone deserves $1 million job. No, you have to meet certain qualifications. So yes,
everybody ain't gonna make it.
Be loved, quote unquote, right? But you are not entitled to that. So let's bring it back. The point is that if she gets with you while you're down there and you're up here, I've seen one situation, not just one, I've seen many situations, right, where in some instances she only got with you when you were broke because she was going to have power in the situation. And so now I know one guy specifically coming to mind. He actually did continue to work, and he finally achieved his dreams, and he became
power, meaning she gonna end up being the mama, and she gonna carry the burden on her
more
back.
Successful than the woman. Then he said she started to act funny. When he wanted to pay the bills, she's like, "Why are you trying to pay the bills?" And he's like, "Yo, I'm trying to make sure like you took care of me. I want to take care of you." Everything got thrown off. Eventually, they had to get a divorce.
Power dynamic.
Because she was never trying to actually have him be in that position. It's almost like on a simpler level. This is going to sound bad, but this is true.
God.
There are some women who don't want their man to start working out and get in shape. Because to them, if you start looking too damn good, I gotta worry about all these other women. Right?
You can look good, baby. I'm good.
Worry about these other women. I have to now look at myself in the mirror and question if I'm of the standard that you. Yeah, exactly.
That right there. He's dropping
so let me
all
keep you
these
down there and tell you, nah, go eat this donut. Go have some fried chicken. Right? Go ahead.
Because ladies are the only ones where looks are not really that important.
See, and that's
a fallacy.
I'm not gonna say it's a myth. I'm gonna say it's a misunderstanding. I think ladies can do that more than men. Yes, it is less important to women.
It's still very important, but it's less important
than men. Yes. But in a lot of situations, it still has a significant impact. What we're confusing is this. There was a study once done where they asked, I forgot how many women, but they showed them a man who was chiseled, amazing body, and a quote-unquote dad bod, right? And they said, which one would you pick for a one-night stand? Which one would you pick for marriage? Okay. They picked the chiseled body for a one-night stand. They picked the dad bod for marriage. All right? Overwhelmingly. Real. Yes. So what that says to me is that you're more attracted to the body that's in shape, but you feel more emotionally safe with the dad bod. All right? You don't want to have to deal with that guy who's looking too good. And this is not every woman, but this is a lot of women. It is easier for them, which is why a lot of women, whether subconsciously or consciously, date men who are below them. And that stems from, again, their struggle with their value. So, man, there's so much we can talk about. So here's the thing that I have to say right now. Yeah. Society has now created a situation where women are valuing themselves in the same way they value or evaluate men's value. Education, money, success. Yeah. So here's what happens now. If a situation occurs where a woman is not educated, she didn't go to college, maybe she has a low-paying job, and she meets this very successful man, and he actually falls for her. She questions, why me? Why would he choose me? Because to her, I don't have the value that can get this kind of man. But what she doesn't understand is the value he sees in you isn't attached to those things. It's your feminine energy. It's his attractiveness to you. It's how you make him feel. It's all those other things. So many women are now placing their values in the wrong thing, that now they don't know how to properly value themselves in a relationship. And so now if you think your success and all this stuff makes you valuable, again, when you get with this guy who has less than you, you feel superior. And by feeling superior, you feel safer. The mentality is, he has to appreciate me. He's lucky that I'm in his life. All right? So I don't got to worry about him. Like, I got to worry about the guy who has options and has so much going on for himself. So again, subconsciously, they choose the lesser. And that's a problem. And again, it's lack of healing. It's lack of properly evaluating our values as men and women. There's so much more to it. But again, to get back to the original part, men dating while they're broke, it's just risky business. It's risky business. And again, I've also seen situations where the respect never developed. So she started off not really respecting you because you were at this lower level, even though she accepted you.
And she'd be like, I knew you back when. Reminding him.
All right. But she never fully respected you. And so as relationship goes along, that never develops. And now what happens is that lack of respect turns into lack of intimacy, turns into how she talks to you. Then and what I always find is, if a man doesn't feel respected in a relationship, he now, like, basically, if he's been emasculated, or what I like to call, his balls have been chopped off multiple times over and over again.
He had to show
He will try to reattach his balls at the wrong time. All right, he will try to assert himself and be the man. And in doing it, he's gonna do it in a way that's gonna wreak more havoc in the relationship. So now you have two people going back and forth, always clashing. But the core issue is, there was never any respect.
And so
I'm
hearing you, and what I'm hearing is,
he just validated everything I said earlier, that she has to respect you and look up to you and appreciate you for it to work. If she looks down on you because you're not financially together, not gonna work.
use your singleness and steward it correctly and get your life in a better place. And if you have your life in a better place financially, if you're financially stable, it's going to help you to have better options.
And I would say this, at the worst case scenario for men, you have to at least have your plan and vision in place.
I like it.
All right?
I like it.
So even if you're broke, I do believe that if a woman can see that you have plan and vision,
yes,
and that you have enough ambition to stand on your own 2 feet as far as putting in the effort, that can be respected. But if she has to be the one that does the work for you, if she has to be the one that drags you to the interviews and does this, that's the problem. So, and a lot of men who say, well, you know, these women don't want to build with you. You have to lay the foundation first. That's all I'm asking for. Because without that, it's going to be a disaster.
No, I'm rocking right there with you, man.
Now you're telling him what career he should do, and, you know, like, that's making you the leader. You got to find him already in his purpose. So that way you can help. The woman's not a build mate, she's a helpmate. Helpmeet, sorry.
I teach that. I teach people on my show. I want you to be intentional about your money. I want you to be intentional about your relationships and intentional about what do you call success. And when it comes to the money part, I do believe that, especially us young men, we shouldn't be out here trying to date someone because why are you dating? And for me, I date with the purpose of hopefully finding and meeting my wife one day.
Right.
And so if I can't take care of my bills, I can't take her out to eat. If I'm behind on my bills over here, why am I spending $50 on taking her out to eat? Why am I robbing from paying the foundation for handling my foundation so I can impress her? So I'm sitting here and I ain't talking, and it doesn't happen too often, but you're talking and you're real good.
That was excellent. I don't think I ever seen the shore, like, hot fire like that, like from him. He was like, Bow. I got this interview. Let me go ahead and kill this on Anthony O'Neal show. Okay. So yeah, that's that, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight on the late night edition of Ruth and Relationships. I hope you learned a lot. I hope I answered your questions. It was great. Thank you so much. And I want to hear your comments below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and then you hit the notification bell on YouTube. Find us at Ruth Marquise and subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified when we are going live. Okay. Thank you so much. Actually, I think I got a new YouTube channel, Ruth and Relationships. All right. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right. So I bless your dating life. I bless your marriage. I bless your children. I am going to work on my African accent because I lost it. All right. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationship. Ruth and Relationship. Tell me, can you handle that? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye.